It's time for another booster pack video. Recently we had our, the last video we had our first revised pack. Premier White Border, they count that as unlimited. But let's take up a revised. Was an okay pull and a couple interesting commons and uncommons. So we'll see what the percentile dice tell us for the next pack. 56. That is a special edition pack. Got one of those here. Lots of good cards we can get out of here. Even a lot of the red cards are kind of cool to get. And red cards usually are among the least valuable, but there's some really valuable effects and interrupts, especially from Coruscant. So, for example, cards like "We Must Accelerate Our Plans." That's pushing $100 at one point over the past couple years, and other just because it's so playable, and a lot of players that use it want to use 4 copies in a deck, whereas a card of the same rarity like Dioxis that hardly ever anybody ever uses, more of a collector card, is a $3-4 card. So the prices today are driven pretty much by the players. There's a few collector cards, of course, that go nuts, so like the Imperial class Star Destroyer. But if you're looking at basic non-ultra rare cards from sets, the standard rares, and if one's crazy valuable, there's a good chance it's because of players. Assuming it's not a main character, of course. Both players and collectors drive those. Anyways, digressing from that, helpful card with I never really read the non-virtual text of this because I use the virtual one so much, but Luke and Wedge being in a battle together, excluding a starfighter from battle, you can really ruin the opponent's day there with that. I might have to try putting a non-virtual version in some decks sometime. This card's a big deal. If you control, can cancel a 4-strand at a Cloud City site, so being able to camp there and cancel 4 strands elsewhere on Cloud City. An operative, you're going to get a lot of operatives in special edition. The combo card of this is a lot more powerful. It has a higher destiny, but yeah, being able to replace your battle destiny draw with the maneuver of your starfighter can be pretty huge, especially cards like Slave 1, where they end up getting, they could have 8 maneuver at one point. So you're drawing an 8 for battle destiny essentially. Plus, if you're being limited to only 1 battle destiny, there's various ways to do that. But let's say you add a battle destiny, but then the opponent limits you to 1. You can get around that by using this card and replacing the first battle destiny, and with the maneuver, and then you can actually draw after that because you actually haven't drawn yet. That's kind of getting into the weeds, but that's how that's been ruled for a while. I think it was ruled that way originally, and then it was not for a while, and then it went back to being where you could replace it and get an extra battle destiny. Gold 6's Pilot. I kind of liked how they had specific fighters that had bonuses at specific systems. Daylong Remembered, a Destiny 6, kind of a blowout, a win more card. If you blow away Yavin 4 or Hoth, Rebels and Rebel Starships would deploy +8. So, that's if you've blown away those planets, you've probably already won. But that really makes it so your opponent can't do much unless they get Obi-Wan out. Okay, I've kind of lost count here. They don't usually put cards in the back, but we'll see when our rare comes up. This is our rare. It's a cloud. It's a good interrupt for Lando, a real hero. Some interesting text, especially now that they've made a dark side Lando, but adding 2 battle destiny with a dark side virtual Lando. Adding 2 battle destiny when Lando's on Cloud City, and that's all you got to do. You just add 2 battle destiny. And or if you got Han and Lando in the same battle, cancel an opponent's battle destiny. That can be sometimes even more useful than adding 2. So definitely a neat card, and made more useful now that there's a more playable dark side Lando. So there's another special edition pack. We've had a few of those, even though it's just as many of those as Jabba's Palace, even though Jabba's Palace is more than twice as likely, which I don't mind because special edition is a fun set to open. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you tune in for the next ones. Thanks for watching.